All right, hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you for an ML Sports take on a chilly day here in central New York. I am pumped up because it's Fish Friday. I'm pumped up because I'm at Rosie's Corner. I'm actually trying something brand new on the menu that I've never tried before. I'm getting a bacon cheeseburger with fries. Can't wait to put pictures out on social media, so be on the lookout for it later on. But Fish Friday, great stuff here for lunch or dinner. You can pair it with the mac and cheese or the coleslaw and fries. And, of course, you can get it for lunch or dinner or the entree or the sandwich as well. So a lot of choices here at Rosie's. Pizza, wings, pasta, hot and cold subs, plus an array of awesome items in the fridge and cookies and brownies to go for dessert. The drinks are in there, Pepsi products and all the rest, and some Gatorades as well. So Jason and Jody and the gang, they're crushing it. They've had a great week. Make sure you continue to support local business and their families. Get them on Facebook and Instagram, and of course they do deliver, or you can get them via Grubhub. So last night, the Kansas City Chiefs took it to the Houston Texans, 34-20, the victory, and just a bunch of overall takeaways about the Chiefs. I think number one, the Kansas City Chiefs can still get better, and that is a very, very scary thing for the rest of the National Football League. When you take a look at last year, this was a team that really only had 3 or 4 major blowouts. A couple of blowouts of the Denver Broncos. Remember the Bears game? But they had some games that were, 7-10 points-ish. They weren't dominating, week in, week out. Mahomes was great, and there were a bunch of other reasons why they won football games. But, go to that next level where you're literally going in and stomping on people while you're going 12-4 is something that I think the Kansas City Chiefs still have room for, which is absolutely, again, mind-boggling and totally scary. And remember last year in the playoffs, they had to come back multiple times, double-digit deficits, including the Super Bowl, down double digits with 8 minutes to go. Mahomes with that crazy flick pass to Sammy Watkins. And last night, it was more the same from Sammy Watkins, more the same from Hill, more the same from Kelsey, more the same from the director, the composer, the absolute magician, Patrick Mahomes, who, again, there's one football. How does everybody touch it? He figures out a way. 32 attempts. He spread it around, obviously dumping it off quite a bit. But now you got the Patrick Mahomes-led offense. Now you've added a running back. And this guy, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, is absolutely special from LSU. You look at the way he changes direction. He's fantastic north-south. He's fantastic east-west. And he got a potpourri of carries and had well over 100 yards in that spectacular 27-yard run for a touchdown. He's going to be so dynamic in an already dynamic offense. When you look at all these weapons, man, it's a fantasy football player's dream. Oh, wait. I'm playing fantasy for the first time in 20 years, made a bonehead decision. I didn't play Sammy Watkins last night because I didn't want to bench Juju Smith-Schuster or DeAndre Hopkins, 2 of the elite guys in the game. Foolish. I was stupid. Sammy Watkins was the best fantasy player last night. Oh, well, sometimes you take a chance and lose. Sometimes you take a chance and win. I got Sammy late in the fantasy draft and clearly should have played him last night. But again, there's only one football to go around, but everybody touches it. 1 minute it's going to be Mahomes on a bootleg rollout. Next minute he's going to bomb it down the field to Hill. Then he's going to hit Watkins short. He's going to hit Kelsey in the end zone. And now Edwards-Helaire catching it out of the backfield. Multiple running backs, depth, great offensive line. And the defense has gotten a lot better since last year as well. This Kansas City Chiefs team has not dominated yet. Last year they went 12-4, great record. Mahomes is impossible to stop. The defense has gotten better, but they haven't been an early 90s Dallas Cowboys dominating fashion. They haven't been a single season dominating team like the 85 Bears or the 2000 Ravens or some of the other teams that we've seen throughout NFL history. I'm talking about 60s Packers, 70s Steelers, etc. And I know there's plenty of time, but we're all kind of trying to write in the word dynasty with this Kansas City Chiefs team. Could it be a mini dynasty on the horizon or one that could try to equal the New England Patriots, which, let's be honest, I think we all need to slow down there considering how amazing New England was over a 20-year period. 6 Super Bowl wins and 9 Super Bowl appearances. But it's all there on paper. It's all there with the players. It's all there with the Hall of Fame coach and Andy Reid. And Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback and player in football. And, oh, by the way, a tremendous, tremendous front office. When you look at the ownership group of the Hunt family, they are still continuing the legacy of their dad, Lamar Hunt, and Clark and company. They're doing a fantastic job. Brett Veach, the general manager, has done a spectacular job of keeping folks on both sides of the football, locked up for years, and of course playing with that cap money that will go down a little bit. He's already prepared for all of it, and Kansas City should be in good shape until at least 2024, 2025 with the cap, keeping all of these guys together. And when you look at this entire roster and you look at the coaching staff, you got Hall of Famers galore. Patrick Mahomes, if he stays healthy and puts up these numbers, he's going to glide into Canton on the first ballot. Travis Kelce is one of the top 5 tight ends I've ever seen in my entire life. I think of Tony Gonzalez. I think of Rob Gronkowski. I think of many tight ends I've seen through the days. Antonio Gates, of course, he's right there with all of those guys. Travis Kelce is spectacular at football. Great red zone target as well. You've got Hall of Famers galore on this team, potentially, of course, a couple on the defensive side as well. And I think Frank Clark could be the defensive X factor there. Tyrann Mathieu in the secondary, who the Chiefs got, I thought should have been talked about a lot more prior to last season. Last night makes a huge defensive play, wreaking havoc on Deshaun Watson and batting, getting into his arm, and of course the arm flicks and the ball is picked off by the Texans, by the Chiefs defense. But this Chiefs team, they're really, really good, clearly. They won the Super Bowl last year. They went 12-4. They won their division. They've got the best player and best quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. They've got arguably the best front office in football, probably the best tight end in Travis Kelce as well. But can they go up another notch? Can they go in and pound people? Last night they did that. We got 15 games left to go. They've got a couple of doozy games in their division. Denver's going to be tough even without Von Miller. You got a couple of games against the Raiders. They have a tough schedule, of course, coming off the championship. But it's going to be interesting. Can they go 13-3? Can they pound people week in, week out? Can they go up and just beat bad teams by 20, 30 points? Can they go up against opponents and have double-digit leads in the fourth quarter repeatedly? That's something that we did not see last year, and especially in the postseason when they had to come back against Houston, blew them out by 20 points in the end game, had to come back double digits from the Titans, had to come back double digits with 8 minutes to go in the Super Bowl against the San Francisco 49ers. So it's going to be absolutely fascinating to watch if they can take that next jump to be an elite/dominating team. Right now they're great. But man alive, if they can continue to throw it around like this and, you add Edwards-Helaire to the running back situation, the creativity of Eric Bieniemy as OC and the head coach of Andy Reid, the Kansas City Chiefs are freaking scary, man. And the fact that they could even get better, which I think is on the horizon, should frighten the National Football League. I'm Mike Lindsley here at Rosie's Corner. Make sure you stop on down if you're in and around Central New York. Today is Friday. That means it's fish galore. Get the sandwich, get the entree, pair it with the mac and cheese or the coleslaw and the French fries. And, of course, pizza is available. Wings are available. Of course, you've got an unbelievable array of hot and cold sandwiches. The Meatball Bomber is to die for as well. Pepsi products in the fridge, mac and potato salad, chicken salads, you name it, and brownies and cookies to go as well from the bakery. Get them on Instagram, get them on Facebook. They will deliver to you, or get them on Grubhub as well. Rosie's Corner is a proud ML Sports Platter sponsor. I should also mention that you can download and subscribe to my very podcast, the ML Sports Platter, all over the major platforms, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts, as well as Stitcher and Deezer, and anywhere else you get your podcast on your smartphone device. And be on the lookout for my 9-minute segments here from Rosie's week in, week out, and quick hit 1-minute ML Sports takes all over IGTV, Twitter, Facebook, and on YouTube. Thanks again to Jason, Jody, and the gang. I've had some great podcasts lately with some fantastic guests. Dolphins great Richmond Webb, author Jeff Benedict of the new Patriots Dynasty book. Obviously, the last year, 2-3 years, Adrian Wojnarowski, Jay Billis, Linda Cohn, Kevin Connors, Mark Teixeira, Bob Costas, Cal Ripken Jr., on and on it goes, and continuing to provide that content for you. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.